So just got back from a little adventure out on the Gulf. Went out with my one buddy Kirk, and then went out in my other buddy Kevin's boat, because he has a bigger boat than I did with twin Mercuries on it. And we actually went out to the Middle Grounds again, which I've talked about is a place about 85, 90 miles, even 100 miles off of shore here from where I live, just north of Tampa. So the cool thing was we decided to make it a little adventure by making it an overnight trip. So we left early in the morning. We stopped a couple different places for things like bait. We had some traps out to try and get some things like pinfish and spot-tailed porgies. And we also stopped other places to try and get some squirrel fish. All right, second stop is try and get some squirrel fish or other bait. We already stopped once. Picked up our traps and filled up a live well full. Kevin here is sabiki rigging. It's basically a rig with a bunch of little hooks on it. No bait. And the fish just come up and bite it. And that's a squirrel fish. So we had our live wells absolutely full of bait, and we headed out to the Middle Ground. So we got there about noon yesterday. The cool thing was one of our buddies had given us a waypoint to a wreck out there. So that's the first place we stopped. And it was fun. I mean, we caught a lot of fish. There was a lot of amberjack on it. They were mainly biting hair jigs was one thing, but then some of that live bait that we had. But the other thing we caught several of was some really nice American red snappers. We stayed there a while and fished both of those. And then we decided to move along using the strategy that we've used before out at the Middle Grounds, and that is to use the Seymour mapping chip on my buddy Kevin's Simrads, same thing as Lowrance, and look for spots. And in the past, we looked for a lot of ledges. We were catching fish on those, different kinds of fish, actually some kind of weird fish. One was we think it might be a tile fish, but we don't know for sure. Kevin caught that. The other one was an eel. We caught a big old eel out there, which I had never caught. You'll see in the picture I'm going to show that it's actually bit one of the squirrel fish that we use for bait. So kind of a mean, nasty thing, and pretty dang long. But anyway, the big thing was we were catching fish, some different grouper, red grouper. We were catching some snapper, things like that. But the big problem we had was with sharks. And so here's a little video of some shark that we actually caught out on the ledge that was giving us a big hassle during the day. Got the beast from the east here. Actually from the west, we're out in the Middle Ground. And we've been harassed by sharks today, so I'm gonna harass this one and get him in. Made the mistake of biting on my little bit bigger rod here. 100-pound Prospect braid here. 100-pound leader, fluorocarbon. And I can tell he's down about 80 feet right now. He was right up at the surface, running all over the place, but now he's kind of gotten down a little. Gotta go further ahead. I'm hoping it's only
Stop letting line out.
that was about 30 feet of line. Full spectrum, I think it's called. Nicest line I fished down here for everything. Grouper, not particularly, that's good. Not particularly fishing for shark, but working good for everything on the bottom because I can watch those colors. It's even nice for fighting these fish in. But right now he is 140 feet down. So we got a little bit of work to do. But he did run all over the place, so he maybe is a little tired here. That was weird. He like turned towards me and ran, which is perfect. Bring in some line. Well, we were caught up, now we ain't. Back down to 80 down. hoping it's something besides a bull shark. I haven't seen a tiger sand shark in a while. And the way he ran, could be. That's good, Kevin. Come on. You don't want to give it. Good. Well, great. He just all of a sudden decided,
God, that's a big one, huh?
and that's the end of that. I can't pull him up, and he won't come up, and I can't stop him from going down for him. Oh, shit.
Should put the active target on him, see what he looks like.
My gosh. But I'll show you my gosh.
Let me spin the nose.
Yep. So the left one's forward, the right one's back. Well, I thought we had a chance with this one. Getting less and less likely now. I don't know where you're at.
Keep spinning.
Hey. Looks like a bigger shark ate this one. He was being pretty reasonable. My gosh. Quite a testament to the old tackle here. I guarantee I'm putting about everything I got into it, and so is he. I mean, I can't even move him up 2 inches. All right, straight ahead. About 30 feet. Whoa.
He hit you a little, didn't he?
I got mad.
We got a new color. New blue. That means you got what, 100 feet out yet?
120.
120.
All I see is his face turning red for the color.
Need some water on that reel.
Unreal. I've never had a shark pull this hard.
There you go, he's giving you some.
Back to 100.
Another color.
It's 80. Glasses are steaming up. I got the red ones.
We're close.
There's red.
60. Oh, look at that son of a bitch. Oh boy. His head's definitely not, he can turn his head, you'd be able to rip him. Oh.
Yeah, if he wasn't just so
The shark's 10
Fucking
feet.
heavy.
He's big. Did you see him?
No.
Yeah.
Do you see him?
Yes.
Yeah, he's big.
Place looks big as 60 feet down.
He's 4 feet from his dorsal to the top where the fin hits.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Did I get the rope out? Come on.
Get the gaff, pull them in, Kevin.
I got 40 feet. 20 feet. That's a big one.
That's a big piece of it. Yep, that's a big one.
How long is that? I don't know, but it's...
He doesn't like the color of the boat, does he?
That was, we saw him. That was big fish. It might have been a 10, 12 footer.
So once we got done, doing the shark and fishing some more along the ledges, even checking out a few of the spots that we had been to before, it was starting to get dark. We threw out a big anchor and we just anchored up. Well, not too often you get to see the old sunset from about 100 miles offshore. Quite a sunset tonight. Out in the middle grounds. Not too bad a day. We're gonna actually stay overnight. See how that goes. We find some snappers tonight. Check in the morning. And the idea was to take and maybe fish into the night looking for some snappers, and then just go to bed in the boat. We had brought out some really nice marine sleeping bags. They're actually, or not sleeping bags, bean bag chairs. They're actually made for being out in the boat. They're, like waterproof. Got them at Bass Pro. And so we started fishing for snappers. We actually seen a lot on the active target, but after a little bit, we just couldn't get them to bite and we were pretty tired, so we went to bed.
Right.
Got
Day
up
2 in the morning. Everybody had a nice sleepy on the old beanbag chairs. Wasn't too bad. Little condensation, more than condensation than we expected. So a little rain last night off the rough and off the rods. Beautiful morning this morning. Started fishing about 10 minutes ago. Got some black margay, got some yellowtail snappers. Good start to the day.
And we proceeded to have just a really great day. Caught a lot of really nice fish, tons of snappers. We caught some things called like black margay, which are a big, it's related to a grunt, but it's much bigger, much thicker fillets on it. Fight like heck, so we caught a bunch of those. Caught some really nice red grouper. They have to be 20 inches long, and some of the ones we kept just had no problems being 20 inches long. Kevin actually caught his personal best, a 28-inch red grouper. So really, really nice fish that way. Just a bunch of different species though. Red porgy we caught out there. We caught some mangrove snappers out there. So just had a really great afternoon. And then of course the Mercs ran us in at night, a couple hour run in to get back and get in and clean up the fish. So great little adventure out on the middle ground. Thanks again to Seymour Mapping for kind of putting us on all the spots. Ledges weren't that great, but after a little bit we just found out that if we went kind of on the top of the structure and found some humps, we got on the fish just like crazy. So great adventure. Looking forward to going again and looking forward to getting the next bite.